Welcome back to the channel, beautiful people. So in this video I thought I would have a discussion with you about talking to the police, because lots of people have got different views about talking to the police. Some people say absolutely no, never talk to them whatsoever. Some people say just be honest with the police, cooperate with the police and tell them what you know. Now I have a couple of different views on this, partly because of my own personal views which I don't normally share, and partly because I am a legal professional. So my conclusion based on all of this is probably somewhere in between the two of those arguments. So I'll give you the example that I usually give when people ask this question or it comes up in the comments and things like this. So for example, if I know that I am based at my desk morning till night and I'm working every hour in between, which is about normal for me. I do most of my work from here. Even court appearances, a lot of them I'm doing remotely on Teams and whatnot. Sometimes I'm in court, but most of the time I'm working from my desk here. Now, if the police came around and said, now we'd like to talk to you about a robbery, say, that happened in town yesterday morning or yesterday evening. If I know 100% that I was here, why would I not, I proffer the argument, why would I not just tell the police, well, you have it wrong. I was here. I was here in the morning, I was here in the evening, every hour in between. I've got GPS on my phone, I've got lots of different ways that I can prove to you and show to you that I was here. My house has CCTV, we've got Ring doorbell cameras, we've got Nest cameras, we've got a full-blown CCTV which is recording to hard drives and then uploading to the cloud. All of these things will show that I'm in and out making coffee, I'm around here. Tons of evidence that I am here. I was here at that time. So my argument to you is, why would I not just provide that to the police? I can't really think of an argument other than someone saying that it might give the police some kind of ammunition to use against me, but I don't really see how. Because if I was very decidedly in this location at the time in question, why would I not just tell them that? I think that would be a much more straightforward way of doing it. Now, however, I do say that there are some times when you shouldn't talk to the police. Now, this is somewhat of the professional coming out in me, because if you know that you might have been involved in something, or let's say you were with a crowd of people, something happened that you don't want to be blamed for, and you don't want to say the wrong thing. And by the wrong thing, I don't just mean admitting something, incidentally by what you're saying. What I really mean by the wrong thing is, if you either you weren't guilty of something or you have a genuine defense for something, let's say you were attacked and you fought back, that's self-defense. But the wrong thing could be by saying, well, the guy deserved it, or I knew he was going to come for me, or something like that. Those are the wrong things, because quite frankly, the police don't need to know that. They only need to know certain things about what you did. And if there is a genuine defense there is a certain way of putting that across to the police, and indeed in any defense of yours, if you are charged with a crime or assault or something like that, there are certain ways of putting that across without giving them too much information that they can then use against you. Because remember, as part of the caution, you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention when questioned something you later rely on in court. So if you were acting in self-defense and you could say a certain amount of information that could help in your defense later, then you do need to mention it at the earliest opportunity. But you are entitled to free legal advice if you are arrested and interviewed, and you can inspect the PACE codes, that's the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, so that you can know that the police are acting properly and in accordance with those codes. Because if they're not, then it might mean that something that you've said during that interview is no longer admissible. So those are the two very broad different situations, whether or not you would talk to the police. I would say that if you have absolutely no doubt in your mind that you weren't even there, then why would you not simply tell the police that? On the other hand, if there is a possibility that you might be involved somehow and you don't want to say, quote, the wrong thing, then I would always say get advice before you speak to the police. Because you can put across your genuine defense, if you have one, without saying, as I say, the wrong thing. So I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about this? And let me know any questions you might have about any of that, because I kind of like the idea of doing these talking type videos on black belt secrets here, which are slightly less formal than black belt barrister. So if you like these kind of videos, let me know by liking the video, sharing it, and make sure you're subscribed and interact with the comments and things like that. That generally helps these videos grow. And in the meantime, thank you for watching.